Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 2016 favorites. So I just want this to be kind of short and sweet because I have so many products here in front of me, so we just need to get right into it. 2016 was not that great of a year. It kind of sucked, but you know, there's a lot of good makeup out there and I would like to discuss some of that today. So let's just get right into it. So I'm gonna start with like skincare, hair care, makeup, brushes, and then a couple products that like did not make the cut of being my favorites, and actually there are a couple of unfavorites. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I wanted to start with is this shower gel from Lush, and it's called the Olive Branch, and it is an oldie but goodie. I've been using it for years and it is amazing. It smells so good. It's like mandarin. It smells so good. You guys definitely need to try this if you haven't already. It's amazing. I can't live without it. I went through a huge bottle and now this bottle is like half empty. So yeah, it's definitely one of my all-time favorites. And next is this 100% pure sea algae hair mask, and this is amazing for my dry and damaged hair. And yes, your hair will get damaged when you bleach it, but for me it's worth it because I like putting different colors into my hair. So that's just the way that I like my hair to be. So this stuff definitely helps with the making your hair a little bit softer and easier to put your fingers through it. I do have a discount code with a 100% pure, and I will leave that down in the box below. Next, these were in my last month's favorites, but I feel like they are worthy enough to be my favorite of the whole entire year. I've been using the Kaya Naturals Take Sumi Detox in Juicy Bamboo. Look how beat up this is. Like, come on. I've been using it like the past 2 or 3 months and I'm absolutely in love with it. And then the Schmidt's Geranium Sensitive Skin Formula has like revolutionized my armpits. Like, they're so soft. These two products have softened my armpits so much and they don't stink. Like, they work amazing. So you guys definitely need to get your hands on these. Next is kind of random, but it definitely was one of my favorites for the year. And sorry if these products are dirty, but I like actually use them all the time, so they get a little nasty. But anyway, it's the Rad Soap Company, and this is the lotion, the body butter and chaga. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but this stuff is amazing and it smells like the Body Shop. You know when you walk by the Body Shop? Look how much of that is gone. And you smell like that mandarin kind of scent. This is exactly what that smells like. And the Body Shop, I believe they're owned by a company who tests on animals. So if you guys don't want to support that, I definitely recommend them. And they're a small company that reached out to me, and they're not sold in very many stores, but they are sold online. So definitely check them out. One of my all-time favorites for this year has been the Arctic Fox Purple Rain hair dye, and right now I have mixed that with the what is it called, whatever their black hair dye is, but this is my first time ever using their black hair dye, so I am really impressed and I like the color, but I am going to have to use it a little bit more before I make like a final conclusion. But their hair dye is amazing. I love both them and Manic Panic, but this gives me like the most perfect purple, so highly recommend Arctic Fox. Next, I have not one, not two, but 3 perfumes to talk about because I cannot get enough. I don't leave the house without spraying myself with something. So one of the things I have been obsessed with is Penrose Merry Maker, and this stuff is amazing. Like, look how much I went through. It's not cheap. It's $55 for I'm not even sure how many ounces are in here. Let's see, 1 ounce. So it's not cheap, but it is really nice, and their scents are so nice. They're sold at Sephora, and you guys can also use Ebates to get some money back for that as well. I will leave my link down below. I always tell you guys to shop through Ebates. I've made a lot of money back this year shopping through Ebates, and I'm not paid by them. I'm not sponsored by them. Like, they're not paying me to say anything nice about their services. I just really enjoy their shopping through them because it's nice to get some money back when you're doing so much shopping through Sephora and Ulta and like big stores like that, because I'm constantly testing products out for you guys and it's expensive, so getting like a little bit of cash back helps definitely. So definitely sign up and don't forget to use Ebates. Next is this, mine is so beat up and gross. It's called Temptress by Harvey Prince, and oh my god, it smells so good. All of their perfumes are vegan and as always cruelty free, and you can get a little roller, and they do have codes where you can just get a roller, and they do last quite a while, and you just pay shipping. So I will leave that info down below too. Next is this Wild Ivy perfume, and it is in the scent Black Cat, and this, I've gone through like, this is either my second or third one. It smells like spicy bubblegum. It smells so nice, and it's a kind of a weird scent, but I'm obsessed with it. And like anyone I come across who's like weird, or you know, whatever, who likes weird things, unusual things, I give this to them because I love it that much, and I want everyone to smell this too. They have amazing scents and definitely very interesting scents, so check them out for sure. Next we have skincare, one of my favorite things to talk about and do. I love face masks. I love it all. So let's just get started. So the things that have changed my skin in like the past couple of years has definitely been Paula's Choice, and these are two of my favorite ones. This is the clear that I use in the morning, and then this is the Skin Perfector that I use at night. And what I do is I just put the liquid on a cotton ball and just like wipe it around my face to remove like all the nasty makeup and residue, whatever. And I do have a $10 off your first purchase of Paula's Choice, and I will put that down below as well. And they do have sales all the time, so definitely get on their newsletter. I had to throw this in there because I have been through so much of this year. It is the Cocoa Kind Organic Facial Repair Serum, and I talked about this so many times this year. It is ridiculous. I like using it at night, and I like using it before makeup, and I also like adding it to my foundations to kind of like thin them out a little bit, make them look a little bit nicer if it's too like cakey. This stuff is amazing. It's not expensive. I think it's like $13 or something like that, and you get a full ounce, and it's totally worth your money. Love this stuff. Next is this Derma E Hydrating Night Cream, and honestly, I haven't had this that long, maybe a couple weeks, but already I love it. I love using it at night. It has made a total difference in my skin. It's winter here in LA, which it's not really winter. It doesn't snow or anything, but it is colder, and this night cream is just freaking bomb, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, and it's amazing. Definitely check them out. Another one of my favorite things from Derma E, I just left it in the package because it looks nicer. I do have a couple of these. It's the Purifying 2-in-1 Charcoal Mask, and this shit's amazing. It's good for like acne prone skin, which I do have, so I try to do the mask a couple times a week. Definitely recommend their products. They have really amazing products for every skin tone. Next, I just left this one in the package too. I have so many of these. It's the e.l.f. Poreless Primer, and this shit's bomb. It fills in all your pores. It's like $6. It's a must-have in your collection if you don't have it already. Let's do it, guys. Let's get into the makeup because this is gonna take for freaking ever. I have so many freaking products, dude. Like, it's insane, but let's just get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, this is the year of the highlighter. It is the year of the Ofra Cosmetic highlighters. I am obsessed, and I have bought these, and I have also been sent them as well, but I would be willing to repurchase them. This is the first one I got from them. It's called You Glow Girl. It's the Dupe That collaboration. Like, look how gross it is, and it's also broken, but this is an amazing pinky highlighter, really good for fair skin. Next, I have the Blush Stripes, and it has a white in there, which obviously I've done a good damage in there. I'm wearing it all over my skin today. Such a nice highlighter. And the other Other ones are really pretty too. They're a little bit dark for like, you know, my skin tone, but you could use them as a highlighter or whatever, not a highlighter, an eyeshadow or whatever. And next is the Beverly Hills highlighter, which is really similar to the blush stripes. And again, like this dark one, that is so pigmented, and you could use that as an eyeshadow as well. But I really go for it for that white highlighter. And that's that compared to the blush stripes. It's a little bit more pigmented because it is an actual highlighter. But look how pretty that would be as an eyeshadow. Next, Rodeo Drive. Look at how messy that is. It's like, it looks really like bronzy and peachy, but on fair skin it looks really nice if you use a little tiny bit. It looks so beautiful. It would be really beautiful on darker skin tones as well. I didn't really want to talk too much about foundations, but I will mention two, just because I feel like I have so many that I try out and none of them really capture my heart that much, but this is a combination that definitely won over my heart this year. It is the Wet n Wild Coverall in Fair, and then e.l.f., what is it called? Acne Fighting Foundation, and this is in the color Porcelain. So the Wet n Wild is a little bit light for me most of the time, and the e.l.f. is a little bit too dark, so when I mix them together it like creates the perfect color for me. Next, I don't really want to talk about a setting powder either, because I feel like I have so many that I like but none that I love. So this pressed mattifying powder by Wet n Wild is definitely one of my all-time favorites. I will love this thing forever. It's not expensive at all. It's like $6. And by the way, the Wet n Wild and the e.l.f. foundations are also like in between like $5 and $6, so it's like affordable. Amazing. Love it. Moving right along to concealers. This is the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. I lost the tip of it, but whatever. It's almost gone actually. I've gone through so many tubes of these, and it covers up like my under eyes better than any concealer I've ever used, any other e.l.f. concealer. I've also used a couple other Wet n Wild concealers, the OCC, better than the Kat Von D ones. Like, and it can get a little bit cakey if you use too much, so just beware of that and use as little as possible. One of my favorites that I cannot show you guys but are on my eyelashes right now are these Ardell lashes. I cannot reorder them anywhere because I can't find them, but actually they had them at Ulta, so I have it in my bag, but I can't buy it because it says it's out of stock. It's the Double Up Black Lashes in the style 206, and I need about 70 pairs of these. Ardell, if you're watching, help a bitch out. Thanks. Next is this mascara primer from e.l.f., and this is like an oldie but goodie. I recently fell back in love with it, and it's only like $3, so I definitely recommend it. It is worth your money. Worth $3 for sure. Mascaras, I feel like nothing really won my heart that much, but I have been really loving these. It's the Pacifica Stellar Gaze, which surprises me too, because I'm not usually a big fan of anything Pacifica. Like, I feel like their products just don't work for me, but this is really nice. And then the 100% Pure Maracuja Oil Mascara. This is in the color Blackberry. It's just like a black, but it's so nice, and it smells really good too. It's really lengthening, and I love these two so much. Next is something that I never thought I would be talking about, but I fell in love this year with the Anastasia Dip Brow. And if you guys remember from most of my previous videos, I'm like, nah, I don't really like the Dip Brow. I like the Wet n Wild powder and pomade so much better. But honestly, I had this dip brow for so long, and I'm like, I'm gonna give it another chance. And when you use it with the Anastasia brush, it is perfect. So definitely, I would definitely repurchase this. It lasts forever. I feel like the Wet n Wild one, as cheap as it is, it's like a few dollars, but I feel like it gets messy really quickly. So this one is definitely worth your money. These are a couple of products that I haven't been using for that long. So it's a recent 2016 favorite, but definitely I think it deserves a spot in here because they're that amazing. And that is the Steely Style, the Line and Seal in Carbon Black. And this is really nice for the waterline. It's amazing, blends out really nicely. And then this is the Stylist Liquid Eyeliner. And I think I like this better than the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and Trooper. And I never thought I would say those words, but I think this has taken its place. And if it hasn't taken its place, it's going to take its place soon. So there's that. I'm so sorry. I don't want to bash any brands or anything, but this eyeliner is so freaking good. So next, these Makeup Geek full spectrum eyeliner pencils. Look at how much I like this black one. It is almost gone, but these ones definitely deserve an honorable mention as well. This is the color Ocean. Just look at how pretty that is, and it's so pretty on the waterline. It's amazing. And then I really like this one too. I like these better than the ColourPop ones. This is in the color Nude. You can't really see it on my skin tone. Oh well. Definitely worth it. Next, this brow gel from Anastasia has been an old, current, forever favorite brow gel. I like it better than the e.l.f. brow gel, and I feel like it lasts forever. So it's worth the $16 or whatever it is. But make sure that you get the clear one because the ones that have pigment in it are not vegan. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, child. Let's get into lipsticks. Let's start out with the Kat Von D one. The Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Requiem has been one of my favorites all year round. And then mixed with bow and arrow, I like this combination even better. Next, from Ofra, I raved about this one. Let's see, it's called Monaco. I don't know if I said it right. The like label's coming off already, but it is so freaking pretty. I raved about this in my Snapchats, on my Instagram, on everywhere, forever. Look at how, oops, look at how pretty that is. Look at that sheen. It is a metallic liquid lipstick and it was limited edition, so I'm sorry, but maybe someday they will bring it back. Please, Ofra, please bring it back. We need it in our lives. It is so pretty. It's so pretty. I couldn't stop wearing it like the entire month of July or August or whatever it was. Next, this color Staten Island has been one of my faves, and it's like a grayish color. You guys are gonna see a theme. There's gonna be a lot of grayish in these lippies. Next, I can't. It's almost gone, but I'm gonna swatch it for you guys anyway because I love you that much. This is the Ofra lipstick in, oh my god, Sao Paulo. The label is completely gone, but this color is so pretty. It looks like a little bit more peachy than it is in real life, but it's just like a really pretty nude color. It's beautiful. And you guys, for any Ofra order that you do make, be sure to use my discount code. I will put it right here. I will put it down below. You can save some money, 30% off. Like I said, I bought their products before, and I think it's totally worth it. Next is this grayish color as well, and it's called LAX by Fairy Girl Cosmetics. And this formula is just amazing. I love it so much. Here's another grayish color. It's called AK-47, and it is by Lunatic Cosmetic Labs, but it's kind of like a more purpley, you see it? It's more purpley and pinky than LAX. Next, another grayish color. This is Necromancy Cosmetica. I fucking love their formula, and this is called Less Strange. And it's like, all these colors are like super, like you see that? They're like super similar, but they're totally different at the same time. So obviously I need them all. And this formula, and I had this, I've dropped this one so many times and it's starting to break on me and it's breaking my heart. But this one, LAX, are like two of my favorite bullet lipstick formula ever, Fairy Girl and Necromancy Cosmetica. You do a fucking fantastic job, so keep up the good work. Next, this is Colored Rain, and it's in the color Classy. And it's like a dusty mauve-y kind of color. It's right here. It's so pretty. And then last but not least, we have the Jordana Creme Brulee, also a matte liquid lipstick. And that one is right here. Look at how similar these colors are, but they're like so different, and they each hold a very special place in my heart. Next, let's go through some palettes. One of my absolute favorite has been this Shade and Light Eyeshadow palette from Kat Von D, and this is in the color Sage, and it's the only vegan one, but look at how well loved this eyeshadow palette is. I think it's amazing. I do not regret purchasing it at all. I feel like it was totally worth my money. If you can still get your hands on this, I think it's totally worth it. Next, you guys probably knew this was coming. I cannot stay away from it. By the way, I said last video that my eyes are having a problem with talc. I don't know if it's talc because I stopped using talc for like a week or two, or maybe even 3 weeks, and I still have the same issues, so I don't think it's talc. But I went back to my eyeshadows that have talc in it, and this is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'm not having an issue today, but this is the Melt Rust Stack, and I am obsessed. And when I bought it, oh my god, I'm like digging my nails into this so bad. When I bought this, I don't think that I was aware of how obsessed I was going to be. Okay, with this palette, but it is so pretty, and you don't have to use every single color in it, but you have like a huge variety of eye looks you can do. You can dip into other palettes if you'd like. Their other palettes are really pretty, and they pair really nice and blend really easily. So I think if you have the money to spend, it's a little pricey, but if you have the money to spend, I would absolutely recommend this palette. Next is a palette that is pretty new to me, but it's still near and dear to my heart, and this is the Lunatic Cosmetic Lab Super Natural Palette. These colors are just gorgeous. I've used them so many times. I've done so many looks with them. You can do so many looks with this one palette, and it is absolutely beautiful. Next, this is going to be really hard for me to talk about because you can't find it anywhere, but this is the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is in Gleam, I think it's called. Yeah, Gleam. Obviously, I think that Anastasia should just come out with this one color because I love it the most. If they came out with single highlighter pans, I would be so happy. But I do dip into these ones like semi-often, and then this one I never go into. I should just give it away because I'm probably never going to use that. But anyway, you can't get your hands on this anymore. I think it was limited edition, and I don't know if they're going to bring it back. I hope they do because the pigmentation on this is just like absolutely breathtaking, and I love it so much. Next is this e.l.f. Contour Kit. And everyone who I see on YouTube who uses it loves this cool contour color so much that it just looks like a goddamn mess because it's so beautiful and we love it so much. But this is a really pretty highlighter as well. It's not anything like crazy, like, oh my god, look at that shine, but it's just like really subtle, like everyday kind of glowy, and I love it. But I think this palette alone just for this color is worth the $6 or whatever, how much it costs. And e.l.f. is always having like half off sales. You can use Ebates. You can get it on Ulta when they're having sales as well. Totally worth it. This has been one of my favorites, and I've like talked about this in some favorites videos, and I think I've put it on Snapchat, but this is the Wet n Wild Ombre Blush in My Thai Buy You a Drink. And this is like a sparkly orangish kind of color, but it's like, it's pretty subtle. It's not too orange, just really nice. It gives your skin like a natural, beautiful, healthy glow. Let's get into some dirty Z palettes. So some of these makeup blushes have definitely been my favorites this year. I do like the contour colors a lot, but I feel like they're really pigmented, so they're a little bit difficult to work with. But this is in the color Love Letter. And then this one is in the color Secret Admirer. And I feel like they're really pretty either on their own or when you mix them together, they're really beautiful as well. My BFF on YouTube, Kitty Snack, she recommended them to me. I bought them at Fame Expo and I have not looked back. This has been the year where I became obsessed with Makeup Geek. I don't think I had any Makeup Geek eyeshadows before this year, but it's safe to say that like all Makeup Geek shadows are my absolute 2016 favorites. Most of them are vegan. Next favorite is, and I bought a pretty new palette, All My Babies from Strobe Cosmetics, and I love them. They are so highly pigmented. You guys have probably seen my swatches, but I just absolutely adore them. Okay, you guys, it's brush time. So let me tell you a little bit about my favorite sponge. It's the Beauty Blender. Mine's dirty. I don't care. I cannot live without a beauty blender, and this is the year that I realized I'm in love with my beauty blender. I don't want anything else, and I'm never looking back. And I'm sorry, because I know a lot of people love the Real Technique sponge, including my dear friend Kitty Snack, and I am sorry. Next, I've talked about this in like so many videos. It's a CB4 brush by Furless Cosmetics, and it is so perfect to like swirl around in your powder and then just like bam to your skin, just to set that foundation in with the powder, make your face super matte, porcelain, beautiful. Love this brush, love Furless. One of my absolute favorites. It is super loved. It is dirty. I used it today. It's the Kat Von D concealer brush, and this thing, like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like tapered and it like goes to kind of a point, so it gets into that like inner eye area, and then like right here on your nose. Like, it is a beautiful brush and I highly recommend it for the price. I know it's a little pricey, but I use it every single day. So next is this Real Techniques brush, and it is the 201 Bold Metals brush. It is like at a kind of like a point. It's kind of like a pencil brush, but not really. And what I love this for, and I do this all the time, is halo eyes. I love doing halo eyes, and this is the perfect brush for that. If you guys have tried halo eyes and you cannot get it down, try this. It makes it like, you can't mess up. It's beautiful. Next for contour is this Real Techniques brush, and this is the contour brush. And I used slanted brushes for so long, but I feel like to just get right into that hollow of your cheek, this is like, it's just so nice to like get in there and then like use the outer portion to like blend it out. I love this brush. I think you have to buy it in a kit, which is the only downfall, but I love it. I can't live without it. I could live without it. It's just makeup, but I would rather not, if we're being real. Next is the Sigma Soft Blend Concealer Brush, and I've talked about this so many times. And I don't use it for concealer. I use it for highlighter, and I feel like it's just like the perfect blending to like get that perfect highlight. I love it so much. I think the discount code for Sigma is Sigma 2017. But I will check on that for you guys and leave it down below as well. I also have a discount code with Furless, and I will leave that down below as well. Next is the Sigma Duo Fiber Powder Blush Brush. I've gone like through so many blush brushes that I've loved, but this is the current one that I'm loving, and I have been loving for the past year. I feel like it just gets in that like in between point of your contour and your highlight so effortlessly, and it's beautiful. Next is this Anastasia number, oh my god, I can't even see the number anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's the 14 brush. It is the smaller brush. Sorry, mine's dirty, but this brush will change your brows and you need it. Next is this Ben Nye Final Seal setting spray, and I love this. It waterproofs your makeup. I just put mine into like a little Wet n Wild spray bottle, and it doesn't have a spray, but I've gone through so much of this stuff and I love it and I highly recommend it. That brings me to my last favorite, and that is my Urban Expression bags, and I love them so much. I realized when I was going through my Instagram that I have been using them pretty much an entire year and they have no wear on them. Like, I think they're totally worth the money. You guys can use my discount code as well. I will leave it here and I will leave it down below. But these bags are totally worth your money and there's no wear or tear on them. And I mentioned this before, but when I get bags from Target or whatever, like they fall apart within like a week, a month, like nothing. So it's like spend $40 on a bag that lasts a month, or spend $100 and something on a bag that's gonna last for a really long time. That brings me to my final two products, and I needed to talk to you guys about this because I don't love them and I hate them. I don't hate them. Okay. This is what I'm gonna tell you guys. I included this one in my last month's favorite and I regret putting it in my last month's favorite because look it. This is what happens to all my Real Technique sponges, and I feel like, okay, it doesn't happen with my Beauty Blender, and I don't clean them rough or anything, so I think it's like so annoying that they last like 2 weeks or a month. Not even. This one hardly lasts like a week, and then it broke on me. So it's just totally not worth it for me. I think it's worth it to buy the Beauty Blender, and mine hardly get any wear and tear on them. So I'll splurge a little bit more and not have to buy as many Beauty Blenders. Sorry. This last one I feel really bad about. Like, I don't even want to show you guys. This palette, look at how much I used it too. Like, I actually did use a lot of it, but I feel like this, I don't know. The brown color, it turns like black, and I do like some of the foiled colors, but even then I feel like I have them in other palettes, so I definitely don't need them. It looks really nice as like a finger swatch, but then when I look at, that's the purple, this is the red, it's really chalky, but these ones are nice. The okay, just kidding. The blue is nice. The orange one is a little weird. It didn't really get that pigmented. Let's try to build it up a little bit. Here we go. But I feel like I have shadows that like don't need that much building and they're beautiful. So I'm so sorry, but this is my unfavorite and you can't even get it anymore unless you buy it on eBay or something. So I look forward to trying more Kat Von D products in the future, and I hope that the eyeshadows that I try in the future are going to be way better because I did not enjoy this palette. Some people say they love it, some people say that they hate it, and I think it's really just like maybe some palettes are better than others. I don't really know how to justify it any other way. One last unfavorite that I had was the Primal Pit Paste, and I absolutely hated it. It destroyed my armpits, and I was going to give it away to a friend, but I felt so bad that I just ended up throwing it away. I'm like, you know what, if this messes up your armpits, I'm not gonna be responsible because this stuff like totally messed up my armpits. It gave me welts, and I know not everyone had that same experience, but that was my personal experience, and I've never had a problem with baking soda before, and I've never had a problem with any other natural deodorant. So I'm really glad that I was able to get my armpits back on track with the Schmidt's Sensitive Skin formula. So yeah, it may work for you guys, but it definitely did not work for me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my 2016 favorites, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!